Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yael in this incarnation, and today I'm here to talk about the energies of this week. So, the full moon in Gemini is the most important event we have. I'm going to leave that video in the description just to not repeat the whole information. And also the square between Mercury and Neptune, because this is going to be on track until December 1st. So, other thing that I wanted to clarify is that in that video of the full moon I explained how the Sun in Sagittarius is going to do a conjunction with Mars, and both of them are creating this square with Saturn. So at the end of the week, the aspect of tension between the Sun and Mars is going to be more dissolved, but the square between Mars and Saturn, we are going to feel it the whole week. And this feels like, Mars is the planet of taking action for our own desires. This is the planet of advancement, of moving forward. So it's like we want to move forward, but we are finding limitations, limits, obstacles. And we have to remember that these experiences are in order for us to integrate, a lesson of responsibility. And these experiences many times could bring this sense of frustration or impatience from the inside. But many times that is the thing that indicates that we have to acquire a new level of maturity inside of ourselves in order to materialize those experiences. And or many times the obstacle is also showing us that we are not taking the path that is aligned with our soul. So to learn about this, to accept this, is to learn about humility. Humility is an infinite path, and many times we are able to invoke this humbleness from the inside, but many other times life is coming to us with these experiences that are telling us that we have to learn more. It's just simply that, and we are always learning more. And something we should take in account is that the shadow of Mars, especially in signs of fire, is very linked with wanting to move forward or to take action without caring about the things on the outside, in an egoistical way. So with Mars in Sagittarius, it's more like, I already talked about this, more like this wheel of imposing our perception or our beliefs of the truth. So if we are not finding a limit on the inside, we're going to see the limit on the outside. It would be very clear. So it's very important to move our body, to channel this energy, because it's energy of fire, to use it to build, and also to focus ourselves in solutions. Because if we fall in the victim role, this creates a lot of disconnection with transits with Saturn. We could perceive everything very negative. So it's important to get up and to remember ourselves that we can change. We can change things. And if we cannot change things on the outside, then we can change our perception on the inside. And other thing that I wanted to comment is that Mercury is going to enter in Capricorn on December 1st. And this is the first entrance, because Mercury is going to return to Sagittarius, because on December 13th is going to do its retrogradation. So all the experiences during this week and the next one are things that are going to reemerge during the retrogradation for us to review them. So Mercury in Capricorn is very concrete, very practiced, and very focused in objectives and goals. But we are going to see that these things are going to be reevaluated too. So I'm going to talk about this later. And I think that the protagonic role here is for Venus in Libra, because tomorrow is going to activate the degree 21, which is the one that was activated in the eclipse, or the eclipse Libra of October. That was a very strong eclipse. So situations that happened during that time could again reemerge right now in order for us to transform things, because the next day, November 28th, Venus is going to do this conjunction with the South Node, an opposition with the North Node, and also the rest of the week we are going to feel the square between Venus in Libra and Pluto in Capricorn. So this energy is very linked with purge, elimination, transformation, and death. in terms of relationships. And I'm talking about every kind of relationship. This is not about couples or partnerships, because we have to understand that what many people call the new earth have a basis in conscious relationships. I mean, the way we are relating with each other. And this is not about only my family or my partner or, my friends. And many times we assume we have certain vibrations, certain level of consciousness, and I really don't think we have to focus on those things anymore. And then, in our relationships is the space where we really see the things that we are building inside of ourselves, the kind of relationship we have with ourselves and with the other people, and how we are applying the things that we are learning. So that's why we are always having challenges in these terms, because relationships are one of the most important vehicle of evolution in here. From relationships, we are creating all of our systems, all of our human systems. So that's why this is very, very important to transform right now. And with this square with Pluto, a lot of shadows are going to be shown, many things that come from a long time, from our ancestors even. And, we could see if we still are sustaining manipulation behaviors, or if we are giving to others in order to feel validated or to feel loved, or if we are controlling or we want to exercise our power over other people or their energy, because this is a distortion of the power of Pluto. The power resides inside of us, but this is linked with how we are reacting to the things that are happening on the outside. And this is not about controlling or possessing people. And all of these behaviors that comes from an old paradigm, an old human paradigm, emerges from this, from not knowing how to deal with this wound of separation, with this void we have. And to deal with that part with ourselves, is a process, is a path, and this requires a lot of patience. And actually, it doesn't matter if we are alone or we aren't. What we have to understand is that there's nobody outside of us that can really avoid, makes us avoid that path. We have to face that part of ourselves. And every kind of escapism that could be other relationships, other people, or behaviors or activities are going to create more painful consequences on the long term. So it's very important to take this in account. And life knows what we need. I mean, many people have to walk a part of their path alone, because they have to stop running from themselves, and other people have to stop isolate themselves in order to avoid face themselves through the mirrors that are the others. So with this square, we are going to have to integrate experiences that are unavoidable and that are linked with breaking these old structures inside of ourselves, because they have no resonance with our soul anymore, with who we are right now, or with who our soul wants us to be. And the more we resist the process, the more painful that it could become. This is important. I mean, with Pluto, with tensions with Pluto, the thing is letting go. So relationships could fall, but what is going to fall is forms of relationships, forms of relating ourselves with other people. And other relationships could go through the transformation and will be new people together. So this is one of the last squares with Pluto, because in 2024 Pluto is going to move to Aquarius, and we are not going to see Pluto in Capricorn again. I mean, our generation. So something that is important with the conjunction between Venus and the South Node is that doing the right thing. It's not a moral that society can impose to us. This is something that we can do only when we are connecting ourselves to our own soul and when we are acting from this place of love. And this is something that is a practice, because love is a frequency. So every time that we are acting that way, we are doing the right thing in some way. So I just wanted to leave this reflection today. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.